to get some kind of result. See it first. Stephen Covey, you talked about early on, 7 Habits. Start with the end in mind. That was one of his premises. You start with the end in mind. You got this look on your face. What's up?
Well, no, I'm being taught by a great teacher. I'm just following you right now. No, that's my look. You got me listening intently right now. So I can obviously always come back with some thought that you're making me think about. So I'll give you one since you paused.
Okay.
When we've got these people that don't trust anybody that aren't going to be moving and they're stuck, basically, I believe that they need to take a little step forward. Because, in other words, the question again, and you're really covering it, but it's a complex answer. In other words, the advice to people, we've really given a lot of advice to people that love other people, that want to help other people and how to connect with them, how Gunther helped with you and how you responded. But let's make believe for a second that we really are, maybe we don't have to make believe this, that we're the kind of person that just doesn't really want to listen to somebody else because we kind of know most of what we need to do and we don't have to have somebody else. And we're wrong. We're wrong.
Most of us.
Yeah, we're wrong.
Right.
And so Napoleon Hill says that in The Greatest of Them All, the 57th Hit. When you get in the mirror, know that you're wrong, acknowledge you're wrong. So you've already said, and I agree with you, that we need to love somebody for them to start to listen to us, to take some tutelage, mentorship. Got that. But let's put ourselves in, we're not the person trying to help the other person. We are that person. What will it take for you to have someone in your life or try to get into your life to give them a chance for you to do something that they're helping you, that they want you to try to do? That, because that's really the stumbling block, that getting inside, I have my ways of doing it with people, and that's why I do what I do, is because I reach a lot of people. I tell people when I'm loving on them that, hey, I know you're having a bad day because I've been there too. Empathy is a very good connection point to get them listening. But, you need somebody to talk to, I'm here for you. But what would you need to see if you were a person that's rejecting other people because you're too headstrong and you're going to do it yourself? What are you looking for as that kind of person? Let's put ourselves into that frame of mind. And fortunately, we're not in that frame of mind, but sometimes we.
Sometimes I am. Sometimes I am. There's some things that I probably, there's some things that I can do better. I mean, let's talk about this real quick, because I love being on.
We got 5-10 minutes. We're still good.
Yeah, I love being on stages. The number of people that says, Lefford, you should get an online presence. And I'm like, I don't want an online presence. I want to be on stages. Right now with this coronavirus, this COVID, that 4 of my main speaking engagements were canceled based on this. Now, I've done some online stuff, some programs, but I was really stubborn and said, well, I got this. Some people saw things in me that I didn't see in myself. And if I would have listened, I could have been much further down the road. Reality. So I am that guy.
You can't do it all, Lefford. You can't do it all. The road that you're traveling has gone very far, and that's another thing in life. I had a lot of trouble when I was 19 years old, and my mother, she took me to this doctor, and they just want to let me know, Steve, you can't keep working that hard. You can't do it all, Steve. You can't do it all, and that's a lesson. But Lefford,
it is. But I'm going to interrupt you. Sometimes, but that's what I'm saying. Sometimes we're doing something and somebody can speak into our lives and help us change direction. My dad used to always say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, but you can make him thirsty. So I know me as a person, sometimes this is my way, I'm going to do my way. I got to be willing to listen to other people, especially when they're saying it with love. Now, whether I do it or not is a different story, but be able to listen to the feedback. And I think we all got to be accepting of feedback and say, can what they're saying help me? And if it can help me, I must be willing to listen. Still make my own decisions, but you must be able to be open for somebody else to speak into your life.
That's beautiful. Let me try to sum it up to get it to kind of a close on the message today. If you have any major thoughts that weren't presented today, help yourself. But here's one thing I'll say. The theme is character building that this series of shows is on. And I've really focused on one very, very fundamental basic thing, that if a person does not do what they say they're going to do in life, they're generally not going to get very far. And so I've tried with many, many guests like yourself to talk about it and give some wisdom and some advice on the subject. So here's my summary of what I think we've said today, and then you can kind of add to it and whatever. It's so important to gain the trust of other people, because whether you believe it or not, you're not going to get real far all by yourself in this world. And so that's the first point. You can't do it alone, even though you think you are. You need to reconsider it, and you need to take a hard look at, is your life where you're at? Do you have the peace that you seek? Do you have peace of mind in the way you live? And I'm asking you just for a minute, if you don't, listen to a little bit more than I'm trying to tell you if I'm talking directly to a person that does not have peace of mind. I want to help you gain from other people that can be there for you, and we can help them recognize who those people might be. You can't just listen to anybody, of course. So if we get them to where they're starting to listen, okay, you need to make a little change. You looked in the mirror, you're very unhappy. Be truthful with yourself. You need to be surrounded with some people that are good, positive people. And you need to get rid of bad habits and create good habits. And so it's really for your own good, but I can't do it for you. You got to do it for yourself. But know this, I love you no matter what you think. I'm on your side, and I'm always here for you. Let me tell you what Benjamin Franklin said. Your net worth to the world is usually determined by what remains after your bad habits are subtracted from your good ones. So we're trying to help people here. Listen to people. You just said that. And I guess if we're still in the mind of a person that is the one that's got the lack of ability to let other people inside their lives because they just have been hurt too much in their life and they are headstrong, all we're trying to say is listen to what these others are trying to say to you and give it a chance. Just give it a chance. Take that first step, because success builds on success. And believe me, you're not alone. We've all been through it. We're here for you. And Lefford's phone number is right here for you. And so give Lefford a call, because he'd be somebody I would encourage you to try to get to know deeper. And I'm here for people too if they want. What would you like to add to that?
Two sentences. One is a quote by Aristotle that says, excellence is not an act, but it's a habit.
I'm laughing because that's on my 32 quotes. You've had about 7 of them already.
Yeah, I mean that's truth. The other thing is, and this is from me, keeping and or breaking your word is a habit. And you will be judged by which one of those that you do. If you say you're going to do something, do it. That's a habit. If you don't do what you say you're going to do, that's a habit, and that's how you'll be judged.
People who cannot invent and reinvent themselves, go through changes that they need to go through, change their habits, must be content with borrowed postures, secondhand ideas, fitting in instead of standing out. That's a man named Warren Bennis. Lefford, you've been beautiful today. Thanks for sharing everything you did. Anything else? Well, this will be right at the end now. Would you like a parting thought or comment?
As I said, first you develop your habits, and then your habits develop you. You can decide what you want to do. Decide what you want to do and start doing it. That's bottom line. Simple. Not easy, simple.
That's great advice. Well, Lefford, I'm sure we're going to do a whole lot more of these conversations because our hearts are in them. Lefford, you're beautiful. God bless you. Thanks for doing this. And everybody have a wonderful week, and thanks for listening today.
Thanks for listening to Right Thinking with Steve Copeland. I look forward to being with you again next week. And remember, don't quit, plan ahead, it will get better. God bless you and have a great week.